Now, we're going to talk about SEO, search engine optimization, and I'm going to give away gold here. You say, well, what does this have to do with Dreamweaver? But I think if you're doing web design, if you're doing your own website, you want people to see your website. And today, after 20 years on the internet and receiving 100% of my business through the internet, working with Dreamweaver, I'm going to share with you in about 10 minutes what I know about SEO, and hopefully it will give you enough information to search further to help you with your website in SEO. So here we go. SEO, search engine optimization. There you go. That's how you get people to your website so that they can buy your product or service. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about the history of SEO. Yes, in 10, 15 minutes, we're going to do that. And what you have to think is that Google started in a garage. They were just some geeky guys like me in a garage before they became a multi-billion-dollar corporation. And they created this thing that people can type in words and then websites show up. And then I want to talk about Jessica Simpson. Well, you have to understand, believe it or not, more than 60% of people on the internet are looking at smut. Yes, and probably only like 1% they're looking for news or something. So in the old days when Google was in a garage and some people found out about the internet and they wanted more business, well, if they just put Jessica Simpson in the title or in an H1 tag, then they can be an automobile repair shop, literally, and all of a sudden their page would come up to be number one in the search engines. And at one point, Jessica Simpson was the top searched item on the internet. I mean, that was even up to like 3 or 4 years ago. So Google got sophisticated earning these billions of dollars, and they had to get rid of automobile repair shops putting in Jessica Simpson on the internet and coming up number one. That's a true, real story. So here's what Google pays attention to, and something that you have to remember in your SEO life. You have to remember that Google is blind. Always. They don't care how pretty your site is. Just remember that. Google is blind. They pay attention to text. I have met people who have spent $12,000 on a website. It's beautiful, and they get 0 hits because they don't do what Bill tells them to do as far as SEO goes. So here is what Google pays attention to. And we're talking about maybe 6 months ago, because you have to realize that there are so many shysters out there who just want to sit at home, click a button, and make a lot of money. Google wants people to earn their money through websites of substance. So here's what, and we're going to go through this in Dreamweaver. Google pays attention to the title tag. And what is a title tag? Well, we're going to look through this site right here. The title tag is what shows up here in the upper left-hand corner of the browser window. In this case, it's Columbus, Ohio, West Side hot dogs. If this were the New York Times, it would say NewYorkTimes.com. CNN, blah, 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 blah. This is the title tag. Google pays attention to the title tag. Google pays attention to the meta description tag. Google pays attention to keywords. Now, you have to remember, Google put together this thing called an algorithm. And it's a combination of factors that can help your site go to, hopefully, the front page of Google. and it's a mystery. They don't tell people exactly what it is because the shysters out there would get a hold of it, and it's like giving burglars the key to the bank. So it's a secret. So supposedly keywords are not that important these days, but it's a factor that you may pay attention to. H1 tags. We'll talk about that. They pay attention to the specific content of your site, and we'll go through this step by step. Notice these words are yellow, and they're kind of yellow, kind of gold. I wanted them to be gold, but these two things down here are golden. Other people linking to your website is golden. More important than this stuff, if you can get people to link to your website, that is golden. The more, the better. If you get legitimate firms to link to your website, that is golden. Now, over the past several years, there are companies out there, you can pay them a couple $100s, and they'll have 10,000 people link to your website. Google got whiff of that, and they found out who was doing it, and what they did is they penalized anyone involved with that. So either they knocked them off of Google altogether, or they metered how many hits they can get, or visitation, so that these people that were getting 10,000 hits a day are now down to like 50 hits a day. Google, if they find out that you are black hatting, spamming their system, you will be penalized. Also, the age of your URL. My URL, I'm lucky, my URL is like 20 years old. That's golden. So as long as I do, and it's called organic SEO. Being honest, being clean, following the rules. Stay away from black hat SEO. Beware of get rich quick. So anyway, this is what Google pays attention to. And let's take a look at this website right here. I'm tempted to put this up on the web just as an example, because with the SEO that I've developed right here, I could make this happen in Columbus, Ohio. The title of my document is Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. And notice the name of the URL, Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. That's important also. By default, your main page is called index.html, index.php. Google can't read that. Google is blind. If you can have a page that says Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs.html, that's even better. And here we have an H1 tag, Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. Now, here we go. Let's come over here. So we're talking the title tag. Now let's talk about description, keywords, H1 tags, and specific content. Here's what Google 1 year ago was interested in. So here we have, up here we've assigned our title tag, and you take care of the title tag. You can type it in right up here, highlight it, type it in. I'm going to go into the code, and our title tag is right here. You can type it in here. But these two items here, description and keywords, you can insert those simply in Dreamweaver by going Insert, Head Tags, Keywords, and Description. And if I click on Description, I can type in whatever I want, or if you know what you're doing, you can come in here and say meta name, description, content, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now look at what's going on here. The name of our file is Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. That's a good thing. The title is Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. The description is Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. Keywords, Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. Then, if we come over here, in our content, we have Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. We have Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. Columbus, Ohio West Side Hot Dogs. Yes, I'm beating this to death. But Think about Jessica Simpson. Google does not want that going on. So they have eliminated that. They want consistency throughout your document. Now, okay, also, let's go into design mode. And there are ways that we can help our SEO otherwise, and that is with alt tags on images. And this is called alternative text, which was actually developed for the visually impaired. Yes, blind people and people that don't see that well search the internet. They have screen readers. So the screen readers, instead of showing them a hot dog, the screen readers, a little device that reads to them the New York Times, when they get to a picture of the hot dog, they'll say, "This is a Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dog." So Google pays attention to the alt tags, and to put in an alt tag, all you do is you click on your image in Dreamweaver, and right here in the properties panel, you just type in under alt da 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 da. Another way to help your SEO is through link titles. Once you place a link into Dreamweaver, right here, link, then this little title thing shows up over here. And in here, I've typed in Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs. Yes. Now, I mean, there you go. I've got it everywhere. Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs. If I post this, I bet in 2 days, I could rank #1 for Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs. Now, I'm going to say this. Many people, notice I'm very specific in my code. Notice that this doesn't say hot dogs only. In the keywords, it doesn't say hot dogs only. You have to realize that it's an international website. So you put in hot dogs, who's going to come up one? Like Oscar or Oscar Mayer? They're #1. They're going to pay to be on top. So you have to be as specific as possible. Also, notice I don't have Columbus, Ohio West Side cheeseburgers, Coca-Colas, West Side, everything. Some people in their keywords and description, they put everything under the sink in their title, name of the document, they put in hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, milkshakes. They throw it all in there. Be freaking specific on a page and let that page rank well. Personally, I don't care if my main page for sillybilly.com shows up. I don't care about the main page. I'm interested in my specific HTML documents that I have information where people want to see. That is where I spend my time with my SEO. Now, here we go. So there's your title, description, keywords. H1 tags. H1 tags, let's go back here. H1 tag is right here. Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs. There's more to this. Just research, just look up SEO, but Google believes that anything in an H1 tag, which is actually a heading 1 tag, if I go into Dreamweaver, here's my title right here. All I did is I highlight the text, go up here to format, and I make this an H1 tag, heading 1. And thank God for CSS, because with CSS you can convert this ugly, big, bold, and black text to anything you want via CSS. But Google pays attention to H1 tags, and if you're not hearing this or if you're not seeing this, Google wants the name of the file, the title tag, all of this consistent. And the more consistent you are, and I tell you, I've given away the bank on this with clients, and I tell them exactly what to do. But the good thing for you is that people are generally lazy, and your competitors are generally very lazy people. So if you follow just these basic instructions, you can beat your competitors. If you're a beauty shop, if you're a hot dog salesperson, you can do it. Now, as of September of 2013, the game changed again for Google. And you have to always watch Google. You have to watch them because they change. And I subscribe to about eight different Google publications to see what are they doing. How is the game changing today as far as SEO? Now, today, here's the big game changer as of September 2013. Now Google pays attention to content change. Not only do they want title, description, keywords, H1 tags, specific content, old URLs, and links to your site, now they want this content change. So if I want Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs to stay on top, what I need to do is twice a week, I need to come into this page and change at least 500 to 700 characters. That doesn't mean I have to add more. I just have to rewrite this content 2 times a week. So if I go with the rest of their algorithm, and I just might move Columbus, Ohio West Side hot dogs over here, move it down there, maybe put in different quotations in there to be current as of today, March 23rd, 2014. If you follow what I'm telling you right now, you can move your web page up and maybe to page 1. There are no guarantees. Now, if I were you, I would get a Google Analytics account. And what happens is the first thing I do when I get up every morning at 5 a.m., I check my Google Analytics to see who's visiting what page, how many visits I'm getting, are they going up, are they going down? Because the funny thing is you'll get hits from places you never even thought of, or pages that you never even thought would be popular are popular. And so then you can put your sales content on that page and, whatever. But what happens is with Google Analytics, they give you some code, they generate some code, and you put it up here in the head tag, it's some JavaScript, and then they can track every page. So that's an overview of using Dreamweaver with your inserting head tags, inserting your title tag up here, working with the name of your HTML document, making H1 tags right here within your document, putting the content in that is consistent with all of those things. And as a web developer, if you can bring SEO to the table of your client, that's golden, because most clients have their sites on the internet because they want to make money. And if you want me to help you rise to page 1 of the Google, give me a call.